Okay, people, good morning, depending on where you're from, good afternoon. And for those that are about to sleep, welcome back to TNT Sports. Today we have someone special for you, the one and only, as you can see from his name, Baba Voss. He's a Baba in his own way. He's a big man in his own way, but he's a big supporter of Manchester United, and today we just want to talk about Manchester United. I know we gave you guys something for the Arsenal fans, but today we want to give something for the Man United fans. So first of all, Baba Boss, how you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm good. I'm happy. We talked about this for a very long time, so I'm excited it's happening today.
Yes,
I
yes.
wish we can do it for more than the expected time we talked about. So, but regardless, it's good to be here.
No, because we're doing it now. Because then the blood was hot. Man, you fans are in a cool. Man, you fans are in a better state of mind. Uh, you know, uh, this international break. It cools our, it reduces our BP. Our BP is
Yeah.
low. So I say, you know what? Before by the time we start getting to Thursday, Friday, the BP starts to increase. But I think our mood changes. But honestly, it's good to have you on. So, Baba Boss, let's get you rolling from first.
Okay.
So, what do you think about the transfer business Man United have done this summer? Because
Uh, people people keep asking me that question, right? So,
yes,
first of all, I'll say if I'm to rate the transfer, I think I'll give it a 7/10 because in my own
okay,
opinion, I feel something is lacking in that team, which they did not try sorting. Base known to them, yeah. So I'm not there, neither are you there. So maybe they had their reasons not to go for an outright midfielder, which was a priority. Still, I still hear United fans say they don't know. They prioritize the goalkeeping department more than the midfield. Till today, if you ask me that question, I would be blank. I don't actually know which one I was going to pick. Do I want to see Onana next stay with us? I don't think so. Do I want a midfield get gotten into the team? Yes. So I feel they had to sacrifice one, in my own opinion. I feel they had to sacrifice maybe the midfield or the goalkeeper. So hopefully, maybe there's this question I actually asked myself. I don't know if they are gonna do like a January transfer. I
mm,
really don't know.
there've been rumors
But
about that.
the way,
Yeah,
yeah, but the way things are actually going, because one thing in football, I tell football fans, learn to read in between the lines. Football will never come out to tell you this is it, this is that, this is it, this is that. You have to just learn to read in between the lines. Okay, for instance, now I could remember last season, yeah, when they asked Amorim after a match which Onana did a blunder. I don't know how United fans, most of them think here. Do you expect the manager to come out and
to
criticize
outrightly
the
criticize
player?
the past. Yes,
He cannot do that because you know why? See, he wouldn't save. He wouldn't do that. Till the only way he's going to criticize, the only way he's going to send a message is for him to get a new goalkeeper that he now prays and hopes that the new goalkeeper keeps it going from hits the ground running. I mean, hits the ground running. If the goalkeeper can hit the ground running, he has automatically sent a message to the other play to the other goalkeeper. Say, okay, oh, this is it. Oh, he's the first choice. If you think you can battle him, then the ground is open for everybody. You understand? So again, I saw many people happy. They were celebrating on Anna's sleeve, like he
yeah,
was. I've never seen that celebration.
yeah.
The
We'll get to another, but But you made some very valid points, right? It's rated the transfer window is 7 out of 10, and yeah, I do agree with you. I agree with like a 7.5. The truth is, they did honestly. I think this is the first time I've seen United do a lot of actually make money from transfers. Honestly, apart from the
See,
last,
and
the last.
sorry to cut. This is
Yeah,
what
go
we
ahead.
were missing. This is what we were missing.
It's honestly, I agree with you because the last time we made money was from Ronaldo. Not the last time from Ronaldo, we made 80 million. The next big transfer we made was from Daniel James.
Lukaku,
Yeah. No, 25
Lukaku
million.
too.
I'll probably say Lukaku was more of a balance. So I'm talking of pure money. We actually making money because it's been a long time where I've seen United do this. We've been buying players, but our outgoings have been so poor because no one wants our players. So I agree with you. Seven, it would have been almost a 9/10 or a 10/10 if we had
If we
gotten.
had gotten a midfielder, if we
If
had
we had
gotten a
gotten.
midfielder, I could
But
even
then,
give them a 10/10.
but
Like
then
I
this,
tell my friend, yeah, teams, like I tell my friend T,
yeah,
we all did not like the Ineos taking over Man United.
yes,
Me, I know how, let's call a spade a spade. Yeah. When we talk football, let's talk facts. We were not happy with the Ineos taking over. Every one of us wanted the Qataris to
yeah,
actually pick
to actually
Man
take it.
United. But coming back to what I want to tell you now, right? Regardless of anything, if I don't like you, T, can you hear me?
Yeah, can you? I'm with you.
Okay. Regardless of me not liking you now, I'm using you as a case, as an example. Regardless of
Yeah,
if I don't like you, T, if you are doing the right thing, I'm going to give you your accolade. It's as
yeah,
simple as that.
100%, 100%.
You
And
understand?
I give
Because
you
I
about
don't
that.
like you doesn't mean if you are doing the right thing, I shouldn't
You
I
should
shouldn't
give you
recognize
accolade.
or give you accolade.
Yeah,
Bro, Ineos have done good. I don't know how anybody wants to say it. If they don't get your preferred targets, maybe you had a player in mind they did not get, that's your business. But in my own opinion, they've done to some extent they've done well. That's why I said I'll give them a 7. If they had gotten a midfielder, whether Baleba or whatever name they wanted to bring in, I would have given them, maybe I wouldn't have given them a 10. I would have given them like a 8 or 9, because that was what we actually needed. But let's see how it goes. Like I said, something tells me they are going to do like a January transfer with the, like you said, the sales we made. I think I'll be shocked if they don't do a January transfer. I'll be very surprised.
so you made a good point. So do you think the fans are maybe upset or still not happy with Ineos, maybe because of the manager? Because a lot of them feel like, with the decisions, like when they came in, right? They made some errors. Let's be frank, they made some errors, right?
Obviously, we
In
all do
keeping,
this. We are human beings.
yes, in keeping Ten Hag, maybe a lot of people felt he should have. Some people actually felt Ten Hag should have seen the whole season, and then they make a change. Some people felt after the handing of, keeping Ten Hag for his third season, he should have gone. And some people also feel that, at the end of last season, Amorim should have gone. Do you think maybe that's why people are not giving them their credit, or people are just upset about the football we're playing, or you just feel it's not a win-win for some. Like there's nothing Ineos would do or can do that would make people be impressed because right from start, no one ever wanted Ineos. But from my own perspective, honestly, they've changed a lot of people's minds. We have a new facility, new training ground, a billion spent. They plan to build a stadium, and to be frank, they've kind of been ruthless and they backed the manager to be like, we're trying to change the culture of this team. I mean, seasons before we always hear rumors from the dressing room. But I think since they've been in, these rumors and talks about Man United, nothing has come out. This is one of the first internationals where we're having no Man United players talking about Man United. Before we used to be, oh man, Drogba is going on international. There's something that's going to be said in the media. There's going to be a spotlight on this person. Right now, it's just international. Nothing is coming out. Oh, just give me your let me hear your take on this.
Okay. First of all, you can never satisfy a Man United fan. Take me anywhere.
Guaranteed, guaranteed.
You can never satisfy a Man United fan. If you buy Messi today, for
Okay.
this Man United team. Tomorrow morning, somebody is going to ask you, why didn't you get Pastore?
Why
Why
did
didn't you get the
you?
penalty?
That's
See,
true.
the Man United fans see they actually want to run United as if they are playing like either a manager mood, or they are playing like a football manager, or like a FIFA manager. Like they can easily get anybody they want. Even playing football manager is actually very difficult. There are some players you don't go for. When I started playing that football manager at first,
Yeah.
I was thinking it was all about buying the big names, until somebody said, no, you don't do that.
You
Look for
don't.
quality, and you mix them up with the potential guys that are coming up. That's how I grew
Yes. True.
my team in this thing. Coming back to what I said earlier, you can't satisfy my United fans. Like I said, the Indians have done well. Yes, they made a mistake. We all do these things. Nobody is perfect. Yeah, nobody is perfect. We all make mistakes. That's why we are humans. You get one of the things I think one of and actually see the thing I like about them. They are actually quick to identify their mistakes. You understand?
There you.
But somebody,
Yeah.
if somebody was on this platform now with me, he will say, will tell you how come they did not, how come they did not get Amorim and sack him. I know if we were like maybe two, or maybe basically three persons here, somebody will say that. But I think it's a fresh start. You understand? Like I told my friend, I've supported the
So,
previous managers.
so would you really consider this a fresh start? If you look at it as a whole, if you look at the stats, United only won since Amorim took over. You only won about 7 games in the Premier League. We lost
I,
the
I don't want
we lost the
I don't
Europa
want
League.
to I don't want to look at that stats. If I look at that stats, I will
Yeah, yeah,
see all the times I see people talk about the stat on Twitter. Once I just see it, I just swipe up. Not like
so
see the issue is
it's not we can't ignore it. We have to say it is there. We can't just ignore the fact that Amorim last season. Truthfully, we have to be honest with ourselves. We have to face the truth and call it what it is. He only won about 7 games, right? If you look at his and the stats are always there. He so far his win ratio is really bad. He has about 24.1% thereabouts, which if ideally for Man United being a manager that or being a club that we are, that's a sackable
yeah,
offense. Let's call it what it is.
obviously,
That's the sackable
obviously.
offense. But then they've chosen to stick with him, which obviously it's a gamble. But the truth is, you can't just ignore the numbers that we've lost. We've lost even this season. We've won one, drawn one, and we lost one. We are currently four points out of a possible 9 points, right? And these things are adding up. So we can't ignore the numbers. I know you don't want to talk about the stats, but we can't ignore the numbers. We can't ignore how bad United were
No,
last season.
when I say I don't want to talk about it is because on my own part, I'm not happy with the. Like I always tell people, I'm not happy with Amorim. I'm not happy with the team. Yeah, I
Okay.
think is a two-way something. I
Can,
cannot
can you
tell you that Amorim.
can
Yeah.
you delve into that more when you say you don't like the team and you don't like Amory? Can you give
Okay.
us
I,
give us
like I
thoughts
mean,
a
I
bit?
mean, what I was trying to say, Amorim has not done well. Neither has the team also done well. So I don't want to portion the blame to one person. You
True,
understand?
true.
Most of the games we played last season, yeah. Most of the games we played last season, if truth need to be told, we dominated that game. Just filthy errors, and we end up losing the game.
I agree with
Sometimes
that.
we start the first 30 minutes, we dominate the game, we create chances, we don't score. This is football, for Christ's sake. You don't need a Henry made a quote then. He said when he was playing for Barca, he said each chance or each chances you miss
Yeah,
against our team is like a plus
for
for
the other
us.
team. Yeah,
Do you know what that means? A Barca team then that was
yeah.
ruthless. If you have one chance, what he's trying to tell you is if you have one chance against them,
You have to
please
take it.
do us the honor to bury that chance. because we might not get one, we might have a lot, and we might end up bearing all. So we did now. This has,
So,
even from the previous coaches, it has been our issue,
but
bearing
would,
chances,
but would you not
killing
say this?
games.
But would you not say this is a flaw, right? We start the
I think
game. Would you not? No, what I'm saying is, would you not think this is a flaw, right? We start the game, dominate the first 25, 30 minutes. And then bear in mind, we still have 60 minutes to go. Why are we not keeping that consistency for 75, 80 minutes? Whereby we should be, if we started dominating this way, let's dominate for the rest of the game. Why do we whistle out? The next thing, a goal comes in, the head drops, or they can't get that rhythm again. Would you not say that's a tactical flaw?
I have to agree with you. I think I have to agree with you because, but also I actually like, or I actually wish and pray for them to actually learn to kill games, because I believe if we start killing games at that early time, we are dominating. Trust me, I don't think the opponent will have, like, let's say, a ginger to get into the game. For instance, that Burnley game,
Yes,
that first half,
100%. We should have.
we had no reason not to score 4 goals in that first half. Give Burnley something to choke on. Let them go to the dressing room and say, Amo, this is a different United we played. I don't know that.
But,
God,
but
we
boss,
were
don't you think that's the fair? You're making very valid points, very very valid points. But don't you think this is a situation whereby, or maybe there's a fear or something at the back of your mind saying, going into the season, whereby we're going to end up saying, like against the Arsenal game, oh, we played very well, but we did not win, or we dominated, but we did not score. At that point in time, Man United fans, who do you think everyone's? Because at the end of the box stops at the managers. Is the manager we're going to look at that? What exactly is going on? Because now you can't say it's got an excuse now. We've got Umbuemo about 71 million, we bought Sesko for about 18 million, and we bought Cunha. Now, if the goals are not coming, are we gonna say we're gonna have to replace the whole attack again next summer? So so
like I thought. Sorry, I'm turning my chair. I'm just having fun. Like I told a friend, like I said,
yeah.
if let me tell you this thing, if you don't score with these 3 attack, go to the village and pray for your team. It's as simple as that. That's all I have to say. You,
but,
that's all I
but
have to say,
but we've seen Cunha hit the bar about 3 times.
bro.
Luckily, Umbema has gotten off the bank. Sesko is yet to get off the bank. And bear in mind, the rivals are already counting for Sesko. He's on 003 now. He's on 003 now.
I think he's going to score. I believe he's going to score.
No, I believe so. I believe
He's
he's
going to
gonna get
score.
match fit. I
But
think he wasn't just match fit for a couple of games.
yeah, and it's a big club. So I think the coach is trying to introduce him little by little. See, don't follow Man United fans. I know you bought him for a huge amount.
Yes,
Yeah, we have seen players that they buy for the same amount, they still did not perform. So
absolutely,
let them
100%.
let them gradually integrate him, but don't take time in integrating him to the team, because I actually see. I don't know. I have a feeling that Amorim is going to succeed.
I got a feeling as well, but I think we all have to agree that honestly, the football is good. I think it's probably one of the best footballs we've played in a long time. Maybe since Oli. Even though I didn't support Oli, Oli really brought the counter-attacking football. Let's give him his kudos. I'm not a huge Oli fan. In terms of his managerial career, he will always be a Man United legend. I would love him for that. But for managing Man United, I have no love for him over there. But in terms of the football in which we're trying to gradually grow into, which, as you all said, and everyone has identified this, we didn't get a midfielder. But I understand where they're coming from. We have about 3 or 4 midfielders: Casemiro, Ugarte, Maino, Bruno. I still have some boys, from the academy like the Sekukonia and the rest. I was even thinking at some point maybe Dango would have got him back, but he's gone out on loan. But I understand where they're coming from. But for you now, you said you really feel he's going to succeed. What is that driving force that you're saying?
Okay. Last season when he came here, I think he did. Is it 8 months? Right? He did 8 months, 7 months. I mean,
Roughly about he came because he came around November time. He came around November
yeah.
time.
So
So almost
he
about
did
eight
how
months.
many
Yes,
months?
roughly about 8 months. Yeah, give him about 8 months.
Okay,
Right?
roughly 8 months. I think that was the best time for we to appoint him, in my own opinion. If we had appointed him the start of this season and he
Yeah.
struggled like that, they will still give him time. You understand? They will give him time. But one thing he did that I actually like was he didn't get players from outside the league. He knows he's on borrowed time.
Right.
Amorim
He
knows
is
this.
he is he is on borrowed time right now. He is
He
on
knows
borrowed
he's
time.
on borrowed time. He now sat down and, what player can I get in? I cannot get in players from outside. This league is competitive. This league
Yeah.
is tough. I need people that understands the league. He now got Cunha. He got Mbuemo. That's why you
Yeah.
saw he went for Sesko. He went for Sesko. So I think Sesko will succeed also because those two guys behind him already know the league. So they are not strangers. You
Assuming they
understand?
are fit. Assuming they are fit. All true.
You get. Then now the midfielder, the support midfielder he's supposed to get is not also coming from outside. It's coming from in-house.
But
You understand?
would you not understand the belief when people say make do with what you have? If I give you lemons, make lemonade out of it. If you have a Nugatti, you have to transform it because there's this argument, and I can see it. I see where people are coming from. That so far he hasn't improved any player. We haven't had any player improve under Amorim. And to be frank, I think there's a valid point right there because it's either the players are maintaining the same level or they've dropped the level.
Do they improve players in 3 months or in 8 months?
But as you said, he's been here for 8 months.
Okay.
I mean, is there any player you can point to and be like, you know what, this player has actually improved?
Even
Or
my United players were not, before him, they were never good. We complain of these same players, and
so,
now people talk about improving. These same players we complain.
so,
See,
so this is
one of the things, yeah, see, we lack
yeah,
in that. Yeah, I will give you. If we had a a Bruno's mentality,
yes, and
eh,
11 Brunos will
and
change
the
the whole
level,
game.
the Bruno, if we had like five Bruno and his mentality,
Yeah,
that's a different. And we have Casemiro mentality. Three.
yes.
You think? Do you think this team will be here? See, let me give you one logic. Let me tell you something that most Man United fans don't know. Some Man United players, you can take it to the bank. Some Man United players feel comfortable whether we are winning trophies or not. That's 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 when they describe them, that description given to them that, oh, this is T. He plays for Man United. He's a Man United player. They are okay with that. Those are the kind of people you have, and you think they want to win trophies. You understand? You have to see, like I said, we need to start buying technical players and we need to start getting hungry players. By the time we get these two things, keyword, technical and hungry players, by the time you begin, when you get these two in your team, bro, don't worry yourself. Then with a good manager, let me add that too. With a good
Yes.
manager, you will go places. See, that's when you see Pep interpreting most of the players interpreting things. You understand? You'll be shocked. Technical players make your job easy.
It makes it way easy. It
You
makes it,
don't
but if we look at
you don't talk, you don't get.
but if we look at what Amorim is building, would we say they are technical players looking for or runners? Because there's an argument. We have a very technical player in Kobe Mano, but he's not an athletic player. In this system, it seems an athletic player would thrive more than a technical player in the midfield.
I think for Meno's case, I don't, like I said, I'll go back to what I said about the stats.
Yeah,
I don't look at the stats, not because I don't want to look at it, but I know it's poor. So there's no need talking about something I know that is bad.
No. We can still look at the stats. Look, depending on what part of the pond you are, right? If you look at most of the stats this season, United are topping it. Chances created,
Bro, the
attempts
day
on
somebody
goal,
showed me the
shots.
thing, I could
You
not believe it.
you could
I was still
you could not
doubting.
believe it. If you look at possession, it's been Man United. But then you look at all these stats, and I can show you those stats and give you those stats. It's ridiculous what Man United have done so far this season. But and I keep on saying it everywhere. The number one currency in football is the scoreline.
Finishing.
Is the
Finishing.
scoreline. If you if, if you're not look, let's look at it. If you go back to Ten Hag's first season, right? Ten Hag football was not the best. In fact, nobody even bothered about the stats. All we looked at was the scoreline. Man U won. We move on to the next week.
Do you know what my friend? Do you know what my friend described Ten Hag? Do you know what a
Oh,
friend of mine described Ten Hag? He
what did
said
you
he said Ten Hag is a master planner that gives himself headache, goes back home and take paracetamol to cure the headache. Then the next day gives himself a bigger headache.
so so like
He said he
everybody.
will create, he said Ten Hag will create a problem, solve the problem, still create another one.
So this is what it is. So this is and another time is running, and I know there's so much to talk about, but we've talked
Yeah.
about some of the transfers. But you said we should give players time. You said Sesko will come good. What is your take on Lammers coming in? Do you think he's going to come in to be the number one, or you think we should give him some time to integrate, or you're saying, look, he needs to come in right now? We are
Okay,
facing
for
because
that man, I don't. I think I actually knew the guys from some friends on X. So
okay,
I've really not watched him. Yeah, I've really not watched him. But from the comms I've seen, I think like people will say he reminds them like of a young David De Gea.
David
So,
again.
but yeah, I believe he's going to come good. Yeah, I say this always. I don't think any player is bad. Somebody was arguing with me at where we were watching football one day. I said I don't believe there's a bad player except you don't want to work on yourself.
That's true.
You understand?
That's
I
very
don't
true.
I don't believe there's a bad player except you don't want to work on yourself. So I believe if you know you are a little bit slow in your play and you give yourself extra work, trust me, one thing football doesn't lie, it's gonna show. Meno is gonna play. Me, I know all of them shouting on X. Don't sell, they want to sell. They Who are they selling him to? I think by the time Bruno is like Bruno is like an Bruno is like a sickness. Bruno is like also the cure to the sickness. But like I said, I would if Amorim balances this team this season, if I just want to use that word, if
Okay.
I think they are going to push out Bruno next season, and which will make I know Meno is going to be that CM where we'll get somebody to cover up for him because Meno doesn't have the pass, but he's actually a very technical player. You understand? He can move. He moves with the ball well. You understand? So, but I think he needs somebody that can clean. The same thing I said about Bruno. If we have somebody that can clean Bruno's debts behind, don't worry yourself. We are going to do good. Casemiro, I wish Casemiro was Ugate's age. We will not be struggling all this. We will not be. I'm telling you.
So what would you say? So what would you say? Sorry to cut. So what would you say we should do, right? Would you say going into this weekend we should train Lamens in goal, or you should say we should still give Bayender some time?
Now by and then, funny enough,
You have to
I like
understand.
him.
You have to
I really
understand.
like him.
We
I
have
really like
two.
him.
We have two games: Man City and Chelsea, back to back. If you train him, then you know you train him to baptism on fire, and understands that. Look, this is the quickest way for you to get in and face it heads on. Or we stick with buying there, suffer with all the corner set pieces that we've been suffering, or we should go for the unknown. Because with Lammers, Man United fans, for the first time, we have no idea of what to expect.
Okay, should I say? But I don't think it would be nice. This thing I want to say, I would have said throw in Bayendale for one and throw in Siemens, Lamin Siemens for the other. Either one you want, either of them you want to do. Bayendale for Man City, Siemens for Chelsea, or Siemens for Chelsea, Bayendale for. Let's see how both of them. It's two big club we are playing, right? So let's see how they perform. You understand? It's a gamble. Yeah, I know you don't change,
Now, this is a
but
man going in to face Erling Haaland, your first game. That is pressure on a different level. This is Manchester United. It's once you put on that jersey, it's different when you put on the photo shoot. Now you're going
plus
to, now you're going to the
plus what
Etihad. You're going to the
plus
Etihad.
plus what Onana has been doing. There's more pressure.
No. I don't think so. So this, I know we're going to wrap up soon, but I don't think so. Now, all my United fans are just asking for is just be above average. Honestly, for a goalkeeper, our standards have dropped so low that we're not even asking. We're not asking for something ridiculous. What we're just saying is just be decent. Just when is a corner, just catch the ball or punch it. We're not even asking for anything out of the ordinary. We're asking for the barest minimum. And that's to show you how
Onana,
the standards.
Onana showed people a lot now. We've seen hell with
But,
Onana.
but you see, to be a devil's advocate for Nana, right? He wasn't the worst keeper last season. Let's be honest. Even the goals we considered, roughly about 44, we were still in the top half, close to the top four. Those are finished in top four, top five, considered around the same goals. So he wasn't the worst keeper last season. The only thing is the errors are what's killing United. I mean, he made about almost 8 or 9 errors leading to goals. But guess what? Funny part is, even with those stats, right, that I'm calling, his errors were not that much last season. Compared to Dibu, Martinez actually had the most errors leading to goals last season for Aston Villa. And United were going to go for him. But anyways, it's been fun. I know we've talked a whole lot on Ineos, on Amorim, and on the transfers. Though we didn't delve much, but I'm sure you're happy to see some of the bomb squad gone, according to what they call them.
I don't hate play. I don't know. I don't hate players, yeah, but man, I can't. There are some players I can't do. Sancho, Ganacho, man, I don't.
Literally, I think they really pushed our buttons. I think they really pushed our buttons. So but I think overall, before we end this, what is your personal appeal to Man United fans this season?
I'll talk like that. There's a video that is always circulating. I don't know if you've seen. Lower your expectations.
Okay.
They should just lower their expectations. Yeah. One thing is certain: if they're going to sack Amorim, they're going to sack him. We will be here
True. We'll
by
be
the
here.
grace of God to hear
We'll
it.
still be here. We'll still be here. We'll still be here.
You understand? So stop pushing the false narrative of sack. If they want to sack him, don't worry yourself. The letter will be prepared. The letter will be served. We will hear the news. So just like I said, whoever coaches Man United, I'm not loyal to any coach. I'm never loyal to any player. The first player I did FC with was Sancho, and look at the mess we are. Sancho was the first FC I joined, and that will be the last. That will be the
And that'll be the
last.
last. Well,
That will be the
I
last.
think
If you like,
I think
if you like, if you like, be the Ronaldos. If you like, be the Messi. You understand? I'm not.
and I
If you
think
play well,
if you play
if
well,
you do bad,
if you do bad,
I will.
we'll be there.
I don't
And I
have
think
time
and I think that'll be
because
the
I
best.
think the player FC thing is making some people not speak well of the players when the players are messing up. They feel
True.
because maybe they like the player, they can't. No. I don't love a player to that extent. I really pray for Rashford. I know we didn't talk about him yet. I really pray. I don't know. I'm seeing something. not good.
Something.
I'm sorry.
But I think on another day we'll probably delve into that. But hey, Baba Voss, it's been nice having you. Hopefully we'll catch up another time very, very soon. Thank you so much
All
for
right.
coming on.
No, I like it. All right, my guy.
All right,
First.
everyone.